Okay, in the previous part we discussed that the secondary growth in beetroot is anomalous type. The first step is normal, that is the formation of vascular cambium, but further the development of secondary tissues is abnormal. So, what normally happens? Normally cambium initials divide to form secondary xylem towards inner side and secondary phloem towards outer side. Right, this is a normal activity of cambium, but in this case vascular cambium cuts patches of patches of secondary xylem towards inner side with abundant storage parenchyma in between and patches of secondary phloem towards outer side alternating with storage parenchyma. Okay. So, a part of the cambial cells will cut secondary xylem towards inner side and secondary phloem towards outer side, but a part of the vascular cambium will cut the storage parenchyma both towards inner and outer side. So, that is why here the secondary tissues are not continuous. So, they are discontinuous in the form of vascular bundles with abundant parenchyma in between. Now, that serves as storage parenchyma, means it will store food material in fleshy roots. Thus, a ring of collateral vascular bundles develop. So, we can represent it in the form of a diagram. Let us suppose, see I am going to show only the activity of cambium. Okay. So, we have cambium initials, let us make it 2 layered, you can make it 2-3 layered. And they should be aligned properly. And now I said a part of cambium is cutting secondary vascular tissues and a part is developing into the storage parenchyma. So, we will mark the areas. Let us suppose this is a region where secondary vascular tissues are being formed. Obviously, the xylem will be more as compared to phloem. Okay, let us extend it a bit. So, how the cells will be formed? We are not going to form the proper shapes of the cells. So, this will be the area of secondary xylem. Secondary xylem towards inner side and secondary phloem towards outer side. Now, these cells which are lying in between, they are going to give rise to the parenchyma towards inner side as well as towards outer side, which is called storage parenchyma. Okay. So, let us suppose this will continue up till this level, because the activities of cambium is for some time. Afterwards, the first formed cambial ring stops dividing and a new cambium ring, which is called secondary cambium, that starts developing from the storage parenchyma cells lying outside secondary phloem. Okay. So, the activity of vascular cambium stops after some time a new cambial ring, which is now called secondary cambium. So, it is basically the second ring of cambium developing. So, a new cambial ring develops from phloem parenchyma produced by first cambial ring. This ring will form new vascular bundles outside the first ring of vascular bundle in similar manner. Means again it will cut the patches of secondary xylem towards inner side and secondary phloem towards outside, and in between it will cut storage parenchyma. So, the activity of the second cambial ring would remain same as the first cambial ring. Now, what will happen after some time? Again this second ring will also stop dividing and there will be the formation of the third cambial ring. So, after definite period, the activity of second cambial ring stops and a third ring develops from the pericycle. Okay. So, this happens in the hypocotyle region. If you remember, we discussed the napiform roots. There we had the example of beetroot. It means the primary root is very less portion of primary root is involved in the storage, but abundantly it is because of hypocotyle. So, the cells in the hypocotyle region, they show this abnormal activity, the development of cambial rings further on from third ring onwards, and they store the parenchyma in order to, they store the food material in parenchyma in order to assume a spherical shape. Okay. So, that is why it is mentioned here. Now, the third ring will develop in the hypocotyle region from the pericycle cells. The activity of cambium remains same Thus, this process continues. At maturity, epidermis is replaced by periderm and coccambium for this develops from pericycle. Okay, so now third cambium onwards, the pericycle ring is going to form vascular cambium as well as coccambium. The bulk of storage parenchyma in phloem stores sugars. And you people must have observed there is a reddish purple color in a beetroot, abundant reddish color. What is that? So, the purple red color of beetroot is due to water soluble pigment. What are those pigments? Anthocyanins. The color is because of the pigments anthocyanins, more in storage parenchyma and less in vascular bundles. Okay. So, basically anthocyanin pigments, they develop in all the secondary tissues, but in the vascular elements the concentration of this pigment is lesser as compared to the storage parenchyma. That is why all the cells, they look reddish purple in color. So, briefly we will discuss the various steps which take place during storage, during formation of secondary tissues. So, we will draw diagrams of the stellar region only. So, initially the stele is diarch as in the primary structure. So, we have endodermis and pericycle. These are line diagrams. Now, the vascular bundle is diarch. So, we have two patches of xylem with a small pith in the center, and there are two patches of phloem alternating with xylem. Okay, towards outer side it is protoxylem, towards center is the metaxylem. So, it is exarch condition. This is the basic structure of the stele. Primary phloem, primary xylem. So, the first step will be normal, that is the development of vascular cambium from conjunctive parenchyma, the region in between xylem and phloem, and pericycle, the region opposite to protoxylem. You can draw it in between the lines so that it is visible. Okay. So, this is the formation of the vascular cambium, the first step. And the central portion is pith. We are mentioning it because otherwise in the dicot roots pith is absent. Okay, so now what will happen in the next step? That will be the abnormal activity of the vascular cambium. So, show slightly larger portion of the stele. So, in this, the primary xylem will remain as such, mark the center, and its size also should remain same. This is primary xylem, and around it this ring, because of the more development of secondary xylem, this vascular cambium ring, which is wavy earlier, it becomes circular. So, we will directly make a circular ring. So, initially you can mark the area, you can use compass for that. It is not a discontinuous ring, just for the representation purpose we are making it a dotted line. Okay, so this is the ring of vascular cambium. You can complete it outside where we have pericycle. During this process, when the secondary growth starts, pericycle divides itself periclinally number of times, okay, because whatever cambial rings are going to develop, let us suppose 10 cambial rings are going to develop in that particular beetroot, they will develop in the beginning itself, and pericycle will divide that many folds so as to support the growth, the secondary growth in the conjunctive hairs, and that complete division activity, whatever cambia are required, let us suppose 10 cambia are to be formed, that complete process will take place within the root when it is just 5 mm in diameter. Okay. So, that is really important at a very beginning, when it is only 5 mm in diameter, all the cambial rings which are going to be formed in future, they already developed during that stage. So, this is pericycle, then we have endodermis, but we are not going to show multiple rings of pericycle here. So, this is pericycle. Now, the vascular cambium ring is circular and it will cut secondary xylem towards inner side and secondary phloem towards outer side. So, you will show bundles like this. As many bundles as you want, just keep them a bit away from primary xylem. So, you can shade it as we generally shade xylem this way. Okay. And opposite to this, secondary phloem will be formed. So, now I am using a different color for secondary phloem, and it should be almost half as compared to secondary xylem. You can draw it with pencil and then can give different gradients, like at few places you can show dots, lines, checks. So, here I am showing secondary phloem with dots. Okay. And primary xylem lines. So, this is the activity in which now there is development of secondary xylem towards inner side, secondary phloem towards outer side, and what will be in between? The in between complete region that is having storage parenchyma. So, this complete part towards inner side, you can shade it or make it dotted, as well as towards outer side. is storage parenchyma. Just draw a line in the beginning, the area that was already surrounding primary vascular elements for primary xylem. Okay, this is the primary tissue. Now, region outside it can be shaded now with the storage parenchyma. And towards outer side also. Now, before reaching the boundary, just mark the areas of primary phloem. This was primary phloem, so it will move towards periphery, towards outer side, and it gets crushed. So, you can reduce its area. Let us suppose we show it with the horizontal lines here. So, this is the area of primary phloem. This is all storage parenchyma. Secondary phloem, you have to write complete. Secondary xylem, primary xylem, pith. Okay, and this red colored, it is the ring of vascular cambium. So, this is the first step, formation of vascular cambium. This is the second step, the anomalous activity of vascular cambium. So, what is anomalous about this? The formation of storage parenchyma in between the discrete secondary vascular tissue, that is secondary xylem and secondary phloem. So, there is no continuous ring of xylem and phloem now, but they are in the discrete patches of vascular bundles, and in between abundant storage parenchyma is present. So, this is an anomalous feature. So, you will shade complete area, just leaving the region of primary phloem. Now, the further after some time this cambium activity will stop. This was the very first cambium formed. Now, from the region of pericycle, I told you, for the second cambial ring, this region of phloem parenchyma, which is lying just outside the first ring of bundles, it will dedifferentiate and give rise to the second cambial ring. So, that we will draw in the next lecture.